Hello guys, and welcome back to one of my other YouTube videos. Before I get into today's video, please do me a favor and subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a like, and please leave a comment. So for today's video, we will be discussing how to build your at-home or personal first aid kit. So when I like to build my kits, I like to put them up into sections. First, I'll upload my camera just a bit. There you go. Okay, so what I mean by sections, I like to do I like to start with BLS, work my way up to ALS. BLS, basic life support, to ALS, advanced life support. So the first thing I like to put in my kits is gloves. Now, I use non-latex because a lot of people are allergic to latex gloves, and that's just something that I like to try not to use. So I picked these up at my local medical store for $15, like set for $2.50. So really good deal. Now, after protection gear, I can't speak today, gear, the next thing I go to is diagnostic tools. So I like to get all my diagnostics. So for a blood pressure cuff, I'm just using a Durnex. It doesn't really matter what BP cuff you use, just make sure that you have all your gauges and your pumps, all that stuff, so that will be working in working order. Next diagnostic tools, also my stethoscope. I'm just using a Lightning cardiology stethoscope. But like I said, it doesn't really matter what stethoscope you use. Just make sure that it's not too cheap, so that way you can, there are a lot of cheap stethoscopes out there. Try to, you can't really hear as much in the really cheap plastic, and the dual heads are like pretty much crap. So that's and then going from diagnostics to other tools I have here that you would like to use. Now this is pretty cool that I have. It's an otoscope. For those of you who don't know what an otoscope is, an otoscope is a tool that basically you would see an otoscope at a doctor's office like this. They can use to check your eyes with, if you can take two up and you can use it as a pen light. I use it as my main source as my pen light. So I don't really have a problem with this one. I picked it up at Walmart for like $15. It doesn't, you don't spend too much money for it, but yeah. So a lot of diagnostic tools. Now, going over to trauma and basic first aid, I have a lot of different stuff in my kit, but the main thing that you want to have in your kit is some type of gauze. Because if you have some type of gauze in your kit, then you're going to more than likely be able to treat a patient. And also gauzes, varies in different sizes. It can be used for wound packing. It can be used for basically as anything else. Making a bandage, all that kind of stuff. So gauzes can be used for basically anything. Now, also, a lot of people who are getting injured these days are a lot of sports-related, so ice packs actually comes pretty handy. From a basic scrape to, like a small little burn or something like that. That's pretty cool. Also, for cleaning wounds and cuts and minor bruises and scrapes, hydrogen peroxide, I actually have, this is a different type of hydrogen. This kills a lot of bacterial infections. Not like, in the stream, but like, from say if you got a nail stuck in your foot, this helps a lot with the, your cut, so that way your arm won't get infected. Another thing you might want to interest your money in is, this thing called Dermaplast. It works great. I actually just used it last time on a buddy of mine. He burned himself and I sprayed it on him. It works fairly well. It works with the basic scrapes, sprains and bruises. Now this next tool I'm going to be showing you that you could either put in your kit or not. It's up to you, but don't really do it unless you're trained for it. But this is more of like a ALS tool. It's called it's a BPM. What a BPM is basically a type of tool that helps you breathe for patients who can't breathe for themselves. So basically what this will look like when it's all folded up like this, and then in my oxygen pouch here, you have your thing here that goes on top of it, and then this would go over the patient's face, and then you can, use this to breathe for them. So this is a pretty cool tool to use. But if you just if it's just a one person resuscitating, I will not suggest using this. But I have good training with it, so I can do average CPR and still bag someone at the same time. So, but like I said, if you just get it for like a at-home first aid kit or something like that, this is not what you want, because it's not. A lot of people aren't trained for it, and a lot of people can't really use it. So let me put this back in here. Now, my final thing that I would like to say is that a lot of the stuff that you're going to get on the medical field is going to be something that's non-trauma-ish. So, Band-Aids is going to be your #1 priority. Now, I have 2 boxes here. I like to keep them fully stocked. They're like basically full of different size of gauze, not gauze, but bandages from finger bandages all the way up to like a knee bandage, your basic bandages. So these you want to get most of, but overall, the main thing that you want to get in your kit is some type of gauze. That way you can do some wound packing if necessary, and some hydrogen peroxide for your sterilizing, cleanings and stuff like that. But gauzes, diagnostic tools, like your BP cup and stethoscope should be mandatory in a first aid kit. But with that being said, I hope you really have enjoyed this video, and I hope this was helpful to you guys in any way. And if it was, please do me a favor, hit that subscription button, turn on post notifications so you never miss another video, and please leave a like and a comment on this video. Thank you for watching, and please enjoy your day.